to perform what the government has directed, that we do assessment to identify schools that qualify to host junior secondary school. You are aware that when the president took over and he was inaugurated as the head of state, he set up a committee, a presidential working party, to look at education and CPC. Following the interim report that they delivered to the president, what came out very clearly from Kenyans, 80% of Kenyans, they were satisfied with with CPC. And in his pronouncement, the president announced officially that junior secondary education will be domiciled in primary. When we look at it, it is not possible that all the schools we have can host junior secondary. Therefore, we developed guidelines on the schools we feel should be identified and allowed to host junior secondary education. I am grateful that on Friday, the Cabinet Secretary directed that we form an R.R.I. We form a committee and engage in R.R.I. Rapid Results Initiative in identifying the schools. Look at the guidelines. They talk of enough classrooms to host junior secondary. Where we are is a section away from the rest of the school that has been set aside. 7 classrooms?
7, yes.
So already as we are seated here, we have 7 classrooms. Those of you can multiply 7 times 45. Those are how many children?
285.
Admit 335 here. Then I'm happy when you move around, it was not only classrooms. They wanted an office that can host teachers dealing with junior secondary. If you found those who moved with me, do we have running water?
Yes.
There is running water that is all round with enough tanks. Some are here. Storage tanks all over to cater for the population that is here. Rice, there are vegetables here. There is enough land. We have no issue. Then degrees. And therefore, we already have enough teachers. Tell the head teacher that next time as the board assists in employing the only school we are visiting, I want to report that in Nyanza, as usual, we did assessment. Only where we have issues, that is when we can spill over to next week. End of this week, we will be through with the government exercise. Provide practicals for agriculture. Why can't you be in partnership with the school as a committee and assist by leasing land to the school? These are your children. The government directive is very clear. All those children who start for KPSEA exam, all those children who are in grade 6 will transit to grade 7. It is a must. It is compulsory. Just like for those who start for KCP will transit to Form 1, these other ones will also transit. And of course, what will happen, that one will leave it to the Cabinet Secretary. He will communicate officially the fee structure if it is there and the joining instructions that the schools will get. I'm impressed most of our public schools in the whole region, most of them will qualify. Us, you, the people, should also guide us as we make a decision, as we recommend a school. Let it be that 100 years from now, given the same circumstances, people who are there will say we made the right decision. We have said schools that do not have facilities, schools that do not qualify, especially those that have a low enrollment, those ones will act as feeder schools. So the children who sat for exam in those schools will be facilitated to be admitted in a school not far from where they are, not more than 2 kilometers. Very happy with the popularity of this school. You can see they set a date for interviews for children to come to this school, and the turn up. If you could just count the number of vehicles that were here bringing children, you could not believe. You cannot attract children if you are not performing. See how the children of this school perform. When you want to know how Nyamira has performed, just ask for the results of the question. You are free to ask, so that when I leave, you are the agent of junior secondary in the villages we come from. Thank you.